there, it's Ravi. Now, if you watching this are Therian, Otherkin, or any other type, you might like this video, if I do say so myself. I'm being a bit narcissistic today, but this is a couple of pieces of cool gear that I have. Now, obviously, Ravi right here is one of them. She is a fully, excuse the hair, she is a fully custom-made fursuit head, tailored to my, I'd say, kin type. I want to mention, I myself am not a Therian. I do experience very similar things to Therianthropy. The difference is, I don't identify as an animal in any way. I don't emotionally or spiritually identify as an animal, identify as fully human. I do get wolf shifts, and I do get a lot of attachment to wolves. I do get mental shifts of wolves, so I do sometimes yearn to look like one, but not on such a deep emotional, mental basis. So I'm basically a human who has shifts, I guess. So I'm fully psychological alterhuman. All my wolf behavior stems from psychological things that... Anyway, this is Ravi, and I fully tailored her to look like my kin type, and yeah, she's really cool. She was expensive though. She was 550 euros at the time. She was made by the Forgotten Imp, and the Forgotten Imp's price has gone up because their quality has gone up so much as well. Please go check them out if you want a piece from them. It'll cost you, but it'll be totally worth it, because I have never regretted buying Ravi ever. She is the coolest. Yeah, she has a full jaw set like this, and but in a dream scenario, this is something you might want to look forward to getting to if you'd had the money. I don't have a lot of money, by the way. I just saved up a lot for buying stuff like this. So, yeah, Ravi's not just a head though. Two very realistic paws. They were 154 bucks for the pair. And I do have arm sleeves of her. I made them myself. They're a bit crappy. They're up there, but I won't be getting them. Now, she is missing a tail though. And that's the second thing that, as a Therian or Otherkin or any type, is something you might look forward to, because the technology is here. And it is a tail prosthetic. Yes, you heard that right. What I'm wearing right now is a full body tail prosthetic limb that I'm wearing. Now, it's non-electric, no animatronics, just your body and the tail. Now, obviously, you wear a full harness for it. And yeah, I already put it on because it takes a long time. But as you can see, quite a big harness. Now, what does it do? Well, you can wag it and move it in variable ways. The main way I use, because it feels more natural to me, is wag it with your hips. Rock your hips slightly, and there goes the tail. I'll demonstrate it like this as well. Works quite perfectly. Now, it also wags with the shoulder straps, which it is connected to. So you just move your shoulders like this, and the tail moves quite quickly. Now, another thing with what animals often use their tail for, besides communication, is balance. Now, as you can see, there we go. The tail moves to hold my balance. I have terrible balance, by the way, but still, as you can see, the tail rocks back and forth like an animal's would, a wolf's in this case. So yeah, you can also pull the tail up to either side, as you can probably see. I hope you can see everything well. There it goes. And you can also pull the tail like this, and it'll pull up, and yeah, you can make it wag like this, and it really helps me communicate a lot, because this tail, oh my gosh, it's the best. One downside is the harness is extremely uncomfortable to wear. Extremely uncomfortable. It feels really bad. But what you get back for it though is you have your tail back. Now, I will link the Etsy shop. This tail cost me 300 euros. It's made by Aurora Studios on Etsy. And guess what? If you have the money, you can buy one right now. Or save up for it. 300 euros is a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, some other cool things is, you might ask yourself, Rika, why go through all the trouble getting this stiff, uncomfortable harness if you can just get an animatronic tail? And guess what? I did. 2 of them. And the main problem is they broke. Both of them. Very quickly. Animatronic tails are cool. They break down super easily and they are quite hard to fix. So this is a prototype of the tail company's tail, which I got a while back, and it broke down. The battery life lasted 3 minutes. And I made this Rika tail for it. It's too heavy to move. It's too heavy to move. So you can still rock it yourself, I guess. And the second tail is a really sad story, but this tail broke during a Therian meet. It's broken. I have no idea how to fix that shit. So I really hope I can fix it because it was the absolute coolest. I might have a video somewhere of me actually using it. Now, the upside is it still moves, but by gravity. Now, with the slightest movement of your hips, this tail will sway back and forth. This tail is made out of a real tail, real fur. So that means it looks extremely realistic. Even the stiff movement doesn't matter, it looks realistic. I even had some dogs fooled at a certain point. So yeah, this is absolutely cool. And this is the Etsy shop I bought it from. So you can get one of your own. They're quite expensive. They're like 160 euros. Still very expensive, but trust me, it's totally worth it. They do break quite quickly though, and then you're left with this. So another cool thing I have is Mini Ravi. Now what's so cool about Mini Ravi? And I'll show you. It's a small mask you put on like this. You can still see your face if you want to. Now I completely made this mask myself. Now the cool thing about it, it's quite articulate. Because I made the ears move. Well, not really move, I made them just curl back. So you can just emote with it real well. There you go. So this is Mini Ravi. I completely made her myself using scraps. And I don't think I'll ever do commissions of this. But I might do a giveaway at some point for people who subscribe because, yeah, I think that would be cool. Now the other thing is, I also have another animatronic feature, and that's the Nekomimi ears. I saw these and I thought they were the absolute coolest, so I asked them for Christmas and I freaking got them. I'm spoiled as hell. Now, you can guess what happened to them after the ears. They broke. Quite quickly. Now, currently they're not broken. They just ran out of batteries, and they work for 15 minutes. And then you're done for. Now, however, the cool part about this is this thing right here supposedly measures your brain waves, and this thing measures your heart rate. And the ears actually move to your emotions. If your heart rate raises, they jump up and perk. If your heart rate lowers, they drop back. It's super cool. Also, they're loud. Really loud. So that kind of takes away the realism. You can also take these off and swap them with your own ears of choosing. You can either buy other Nekomimi ears, you can commission other ones, or you can buy the empty foam base and make your own. So this is super cool and I really recommend this. Now, if you have any questions about my cool gear, you can go ahead and ask me and I'll direct you to where and how I got it. And I want to end this video with my... Yeah, I'm sorry, I had to show it off one more time. Look at this thing. It's the best. So thank you so much for watching. Again, I do not identify as an animal in any way. I'm gonna have to say this every video because I don't want to be misunderstood or put in a certain category that I don't feel comfortable being in myself. So yes, thank you. I hope this was helpful, and I hope that you can look forward to maybe some in the future getting some of these. It's totally worth it though. It is.